Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2005 Jeep Liberty. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, it's meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So we'll take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. This one I've done a little bit with as far as like, hold on, I gotta find the hood release. I cleaned it. I did some pre-detailing. It still needs some cleaning, but I did the first layer of detailing. Let's see. I think it needs a couple other things, but seems like it's all right. So here we go. We'll take a look at it. All right, 05 Jeep Liberty. These are just basic A to B cars. They always, you'll see, I don't know if I can zoom in while I'm driving. So they always get rust right there on the rockers. That's every single one of them. You'll see that do that. And the auction announced this one has a rusty frame. So we'll check and see what that looks like. We'll see if it's just the rockers that they're talking about, or we'll see if it's underneath there. And we'll kind of look underneath. But other than that, we're kind of gonna look in addition to that. Other than that, it looks pretty decent, at least on this side. Tires are pretty good. Probably at least half tread, maybe better. Just kind of a tight tread. Yeah, at least half tread, so probably at least 50%. You do have, I notice on the hood, you've got some clear coat peeling, just some sun damage and all of that. Inside, it's just cloth. And like I said, it needs cleaned again, but I did do a pre-cleaning, so, but it needs, like, if you care, like it needs shampooed and all of that stuff. I kind of did one layer of vacuuming. And one other thing I noticed when I was cleaning it is the automatic locks don't work. And I haven't done any like digging into this to figure out, if it's fused or something like that. So because the automatic locks don't work, this back door is not unlocked. And so because it's not unlocked, I can't open this. I know that there's like a panel under here where you can manually unlock it. I have not dug that far into it. Again, I haven't even checked the fuses. I haven't done anything. But that's kind of a good thing because normally Liberties have a problem right here. This latch right here goes bad and your window kind of flops. This one does not seem to have that problem because it is still latched. So you still have a good latch. Right now the back door is locked, so I can't open it. So I think it's just a matter of getting it unlocked, whether you manually unlock it through the access panel or whether we get a fuse taken care of or whatever it is to get those locks working. So on this side, again, looks pretty decent. You've got that bottom panel, that bottom trim piece missing. That's because of the rust. Those rockers rust out and then you lose that part. So you still have the front part, but the back part is missing. From the front, outside of this clear coat, and you've got some clear coat up on the top as well. I think you can see that. All right, in here. Started right up. Seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. All right, now we're gonna check and see what the auction meant by rusty frame. And I say this every time, so if you watch many of my videos, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say it, but I get under here and check it, but it's a good idea for you to get under here and check it because there's only so much that I can see with the camera. So you've got rocker rust right there. That's your rockers. You're gonna get that. It's Midwest. They painted it to stop it. That's Midwest stuff, and your exhaust, you see your exhaust is kind of rusty. That's why your exhaust is a little bit louder, and use the check engine light for no 2 code, which I'll show you, but that will be the cause of that as well. But other than that, on this side, I don't see any integrity issues on the frame. But let's get over on the other side. Anyways, I was saying that it's important not only that I do this, but also that you do this because what I see and what you see might be different things, and I want you to be comfortable with what you see. I mean, it's the Midwest. You should expect rust in general, but it's just a good thing to check out. So I don't see any frame rust. I don't see any like integrity load bearing rust. I just see stuff here on the rockers, which really just affects lifting points. So as far as, you know, when you're lifting it at a shop, where and how you lift it and all of that. I didn't see anything that was really super bad. But like I said, take a look at it. That's my opinion. You can see the video, and yeah, that's that. So we've got 166,000 miles on here, probably 167 by the time we're done with our test drive. Tire pressure light, check engine light, seatbelt light. Tire pressure light may or may not go off. I put air in all the tires. It may go off as it calibrates, or it may not go off if the sensors don't work. But the tires are all aired up and they do work. Check engine light, like I said, is a heated O2 sensor code, P038. Bank 1, sensor 1. You saw the exhaust. That's going to be part of that problem right there. Your oil change is still current. It's due, by date it's due, but by miles it's not due till 171,950. When we buy these cars at auctions, we really don't know how long they've been sitting. So it was, you know, it was changed at Dealey Brothers of Dubuque, and then, you know, I don't know if it was traded in and then sat on their lot for, you know, 3 months and then we bought it, or, you know, what happened, because it was, you know, the oil change was due 7 months ago, but obviously it hasn't been driven for very long. So I don't know, take that as you will. Some people, they just change them all to get them done. Oh, one thing, I've got this piece of wood here because the hood struts don't hold the hood up anymore. So you get a free piece of wood to hold the hood up. Or you can get on Amazon. I just bought a pair for 15 bucks for an Envoy. So they're not super expensive, super easy to fix. You know, you can always do that too. They just get tired of holding stuff up. So here we've got the radio. Radio does work. I think I'm kind of at a bad station, or it's cloudy or something, but the radio does work. The HVAC, I think the resistor is probably bad because it doesn't work on 1, doesn't work on 2, doesn't work on 3. It works just fine on 4. Let's see, and I had the air on. I don't think the air blows cold. It blows cool, but not cold. So come next summer, you're probably going to need a charge. It's now that time of year where we also have to check heat, and the heat blows out. Whew, heat blows out good and hot. I'm going to turn that off because we don't need that. We're going to do our windows, which on a Jeep are right here. So driver's side window goes up. I'm going to kind of leave that down a little bit for the drive. Passenger side window, it works. Rear passenger side window, it works. And rear driver's side window, it also works. And we've got a sunroof. It does not work. So no sunroof. Again, I don't know if it's fused, I don't know if it's anything. It's just there's no noise at all. So it's either a motor or a switch or I don't know, it just doesn't work. So we will test our 4-wheel drive. Put it up here in 4, which I think is 4. Yeah, okay. We will crank it, and we have 4-wheel drive. Okay, so this sucker's gonna get you where you want to go. Into snowdrifts, out of snowdrifts. Hopefully no snowdrifts. We don't want snowdrifts, even though we live in the Midwest. So, all right, off we go. So auction said rusty frame, airbag light, check engine light. Actually, I don't see an airbag light. So they said airbag light. I don't see one. If it comes on when you're here, then, you know, we'll announce it again, but I don't see one. Huh? Let's go take it for a drive. You can hear the exhaust is a little bit louder. Again, O2 sensor code, rusty exhaust. You're going to get that. It's just going to be kind of part of the package. But it's driving well. suspension noise. Brakes are good and solid, no grinding or vibration. And we'll flip around here and check our cruise. It's just a peppy little Jeep. I always wanted to get one of these for my son, like as his first driver, and then he ended up choosing a Yaris instead. But it's just it's a little 4-wheel drive. It'll get you, not great gas mileage, but it'll probably get you low 20s if you're a good driver. Alright, I've got my cruise on, and my cruise is running, so my cruise works. So I think that is about everything. For the most part, decent running, decent looking Jeep. I mean, it's got a couple flaws. It's got a couple mechanical flaws. It's got a couple cosmetic flaws. But for the most part, it runs and drives and it gets you where it needs to go, and it's still got decent tires on it. So if you have any questions, my cell phone is 309-267-7200. Thanks, guys.